Well, hello everyone. It is April and today we are going to be chatting all about my August favorites. I've had quite a few things throughout the month of August that have really stood out to me and I've been enjoying them. And so I thought I would share. Today we've got books I want to talk about, TV shows, movies, lots of beauty stuff, a couple of mama bits as well. And yeah, I want to share them all with you guys. Should we start with fashion? And these are high fashion slippers. I ended up getting these slippers off of Amazon. They're nothing overly special, but they've got this fun little leopard print. And if you are in my life, you guys know that I enjoy a little cat print of sorts. And I saw these on Amazon and I was like, right, it's time. And they're very comfortable. I will say, it takes a little time to work them in. My feet are wide, I think. I didn't realize my feet were wide until I bought these. But they are comfortable now and I really enjoy them. So I got those. I'll link everything I can in the description box below if you feel like picking them up. Also, they come in so many different colors. Move into, I think, some skincare. So I have hopped onto the retinol train in a major way. I turned 40 in May and it felt like a good time to start. Now, I actually went to my doctor to get dermatology grade retinol because you can get them at the, drugstore or what have you, but I really wanted to go all in. So she started me off with 0.025%, and that was not doing it for me. Nothing was happening. And I wanted to I wanted results. And so I have gone straight to 0.1 and I'm happy to say I'm not really having any major issues. This is tretinoin and actually it's really helped my breakouts. Actually, a lot of people in their 20s will go on tretinoin specifically to reduce breakouts. That has really helped me. Now, I am having a little bit of peeling with this on my chin, but it's not that bad. And I've done a lot of research on how to stop that. But I'm finding a huge difference. My skin feels so soft now and smooth, and it's made a difference. So I'm finally hopping on the retinol train. But that means that I'm going really high into some moisturizer to keep some sort of moisture in. I have loved this for a really long time. This is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. It's got hyaluronic acid and oat. And guys, this feels amazing. I'm gonna put it on right now. Oh, it feels so good. So what I do with this is I will cleanse my face. After that, and before moisturizer, I'll soak myself in this and then put a hyaluronic acid on or just go straight in with my moisturizer. And the moisturizer will sink into your skin a little bit more because this, has some water in it. It's got hyaluronic acid in it as well. It just feels so wonderful. It's my favorite part of my morning routine. I will say that. And then at night, after I've put on retinol, and I don't use every single night, but I will put on my retinol, put on a moisturizer, and then I've started doing this thing called slugging, which sounds really weird, and it is kind of weird. So you put on your moisturizer, and then you put on an ointment. Some people will use Vaseline. A lot of people use the Cerave healing ointment for this. The only one that we can get in Canada is the Bebe one, which is the exact same or pretty close to the exact same as the regular Cerave healing ointment. It's literally I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little clear balm and it locks in your moisturizer. And so your whole face looks like this. It's very shiny, but it locks it in, and it like really, really helps to keep that moisture inside and let your face kind of plump up overnight, you know? So I will say I'll use this and then sit up and read for a good long time, because this will get all over your pillowcases. If you care about that kind of thing, I don't know if you do or not. So that's the skincare I have been really loving lately. Now I want to move on to beauty, and all of the beauty bits are really lipsticks. They're lip things. First, I hopped back on a train that I hadn't been on since high school, and that is the Clinique Almost Lipstick in, I think, Black Honey. I think it's Black Honey. So this is like a moisturizing lip balm, and it looks terrifying, but I'll show you. Maybe I'll do it on my arm. Yeah, let's do it on my arm. Excuse all of my bruises. So here it is. Like, you really have to go over it and over it and over it to get like major payoff, but it's such a lovely lipstick. It is meant to look good on anyone, doesn't matter your skin tone, and I really enjoy it. It's going to be so nice for fall. So I got that, and then I just recently, like, should I have put it in my favorites? I don't know. I've hopped onto this train very recently. These are the Revlon Superlustrous Lip Glass Bombs. They are wonderful. Oh my goodness. So today on my lips right now, I'm wearing Rum Raisin. Let's just reapply, because why not? And yes, I love them. They are the most comfortable lip balm lipstick. I don't know what to call this other than glorious. So let's watch this. This one is Rum Raisin. It is so nice. I have two more. Like, I could not help myself. This next one is going to be a really nice one for the fall as well. This is called Sparkling Honey. It's more of a brown tone, as you can see. Really nice neutral. And I will say it looks nicer on the lips than on here. It's a very, very neutral color. And then last but not least is Glaring Coral. Oh God, here we go, here we go. It's so pretty. Glaring Coral. You can tell that I'm like kind of moving towards fall colors, but oh my goodness. These feel like a dream, and they were on sale. The reason I got so many all at once is they were on sale at my drugstore for like $7 each. So I bought them all. I bought everyone. Couldn't help it. Now I'm going to attempt to keep this far away from my dress, because I'm terrified that I'm gonna get it all over myself. That said, let's talk about the book that I have loved this month so much, and that was The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. And I want to thank you guys for suggesting this to me, because I think this could have sat on my shelves for a long time. And then I asked you guys to recommend me a book, and many of you recommended The Midnight Library, and I did a little try chapter tag. I got so sucked into this book. I loved it. 5 stars all around. It felt like self-help in a book, and it just genuinely made my heart feel glad. This is a book about Nora, and Nora wants to end her life. She is very unhappy. She feels like she's let everyone down. She feels like there's really no point to her life. And so she's in this between life and death. And what that is called is the Midnight Library. She has her own librarian. And her librarian says to her, look around you. All of the books in this library are how, your life could have been. If you had chosen to keep swimming, this is what would have happened in your life. If you would have chosen to have your cat as an indoor cat exclusively and not an outdoor cat, this is what would have happened in your life. And so she starts reading the books and she's kind of like transported. And I thought it was so incredible, so much about regret and how wasteful that time that you spend regretting is. Oh, it just has so many wonderful lessons, and now I want to read everything by Matt Haig. I think he just came out with one called The Comfort Book, which I think is straight up self-help. I might pick that up because I just fell in love. So thank you guys so much for suggesting this to me. All right, let's talk about movies, TV shows. For movies, I will say, we got Disney Plus. Like, I feel like most of the world hopped onto that bandwagon, and with Nora, we definitely wanted to get Disney Plus. And so I watched Ratatouille with her recently, and I forgot how wonderful that movie is. It is such a heartwarming story about a mouse who can cook and a man who is kind of lost and, you know, finds this little mouse, and they start working together in this like amazing restaurant in France, and they're a real hit. I just loved it so much. It's such a comforting little movie that I rediscovered. And then a documentary that I watched on Netflix recently that was so interesting to me was a documentary called Misha and the Wolves. And this is about a woman who was a survivor of the Holocaust. Her parents were taken away from her, and she ended up staying with a couple who were Catholic, and she ended up running away, and she was literally raised by wolves and lived in the forest until the war was over. And it's her story, and it's such an interesting story because this book that she wrote, she hooked up with a small publisher. This book that she wrote was a huge bestseller. It was very close to being an Oprah Book Club book. And as it went on, it seems like maybe there's a little more to the story. Is everything that she's saying true? And then you find out. It was so fascinating. Now I will say they didn't actually interview Misha herself. She wouldn't be interviewed for this documentary. They interviewed the publisher. They interviewed historians. They interviewed so many people, Misha's friends, all of these people but Misha. So that was lacking, but it was really fascinating. So I really enjoyed that. And then a TV show that I have been obsessed with is War of the Worlds. So on CBC in Canada, in CBC, they started playing the first season. And so I've been recording them, and I think the second season is coming this fall. And I'm obsessed. It's so amazing. It's based on the H.G. Wells book. I think it's an H.G. Wells book, which I haven't read, with the idea that aliens come to Earth and try to kill everybody, eradicate humanity. And it's terrifying. It's so good. You follow people just living their lives. You follow a mother with her children. You follow a researcher who actually discovered these aliens just before they came and started causing havoc. It's terrifying, and I am loving it. So if you like a good, kind of scary sci-fi story, oh my goodness, start watching War of the Worlds on TV. It's really, really good. And then last but not least are my mama favorites. Today, as I'm filming this, it's August 25th, which means that Nora is 2. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe she's 2 already. Yeah, so we're gonna have my parents over tonight, and I'm actually thinking of like filming some some of the day and maybe posting it, because that would be really nice. I just cannot believe that she's healed my heart in so many ways. And she's just such a lovely, smart, funny little girl. I'm so proud and glad that I'm her mama. I really am. So that's a real favorite. In terms of actual like full out favorites, so she's switched daycares. She was at a home daycare, and then Mary, the daycare provider, decided to retire. She was wonderful. Oh my goodness. I was so nervous. So she switched to a bit of a bigger daycare, and they have this really cool app called Hi Mama, and you literally can see what Nora's doing, what your child is doing throughout the whole day, what they eat, what their bowel movements are like. And then they'll take pictures and send you pictures through the day. It is such a joy to have that on my phone and get these little notifications through the day. I really love that app so much. So yeah, that is a huge favorite. I don't know if Hi Mama is used all over Canada, all over the US. I have no idea, but it just happened to be an added bonus. Like, we were going with this daycare, not for the app, but the app has like made a huge difference, and I don't know now if I could go back, you know? Anyway, those are all of my August favorites. And of course, my last August favorite, I will say, is the Everyday August, and how you guys have been enjoying it. I really wanted to do something nice for you guys. Well, I hope that it was nice. I hope seeing me every day. Maybe that's not nice and it's just a little too much, but I wanted to give you guys a little something, because I don't know if you know how much it means to me that we have this relationship, that there are all of you out there, bookish people who love books as much as I do and have decided to connect with me and watch my videos when you could watch so many other people's videos. It just means a lot. So I hope that you've enjoyed. Anywho, happy August. Bye guys.